71.
Seeing those two go well. Thanks so much, Zishan. That's Zishan Maksood, the captain of Oman. He's lost the toss. I think both captains would have liked to do the same thing. Rohit Paudel of Nepal, the home side, he's won it. And with that 9 a.m. start, he's going to bowl first.
Well, the news from the middle is Nepal have won the toss and no hesitation. They've decided to bowl first. 9 a.m. start. The ball will do something in the first half an hour or 45 minutes. That is why I think Rohit Paudel has decided to bowl first. And mind you, this is the first time Nepal have won the toss in this qualifier. And I would like to invite Andrew Leonard, my good old friend Lenny, here in the commentary box. Good morning, Lenny.
Well, very good morning, Paresh. And it's so nice to be with you again for what feels like, well, two of the biggest days in what has been a year of the very biggest days for Nepali cricket. Two massive days for the nation starting today, and despite the fact that it is a 9 a.m. start, the crowd somehow are already piling through the gates in huge numbers. I can't believe what I'm seeing, Paresh. It's, what, 10 to 9 or 5 to 9, already the most popular part of the ground, the Nepali Cricket Supporters Society section, as it's known up there, the Bay 13, if you will, of Nepali cricket, is packed to the absolute rafters, and that shows you the anticipation for today's clash and the anticipation for tomorrow's chance at a tilted history. We'll try and look at the two starting 11s.
ज्ञानेन्द्र, नेपालले टस जितेको छ, फिल्डिङ रोजेको छ, नेपालमा कुनै पनि परिवर्तन छैन र ओमानमा कलिमुल्ला खेल्दैछन्। आज दुई चेन्ज रहेको छ र जुन रोहित पौडेलको डिसिजन रह्यो बिहान छ, सही लाग्यो यहाँलाई?
हजुर एकदम ठिक छ। यो कन्डिसनमा हामीले डे 1 देखि नै कुरा गरिरहेको यो अहिलेको जुन हाम्रो वेदर कन्डिसन सबै कुराले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ हामीलाई पक्कै पनि फर्स्ट बलिङ गर्दा नै बेनिफिट हुन्छ र ओमानको स्क्वाडमा देख्न सकिन्छ मोहम्मद नसिम र कलिमुल्ला इन भएको छ। अब एज एक्सपेक्टेड कलिमुल्ला उहाँहरूको मेन बलर चाहिँ फेरि इन गर्नुभएको छ भनेदेखि मोहम्मद नसिम विकेट किपर ब्याट्सम्यान पनि हुनुहुन्छ, हार्ड हिटिङ पनि गर्नुहुन्छ। लो अर्डरमा जुन उहाँहरूलाई चाहिँ अलिकति त्यो फायर पावर चाहिँ जुन चाहिएको थियो ओमानको लागि चाहिँ त्यो चाहिँ नसिमबाट चाहिँ उहाँहरूले एक्सपेक्ट गर्नुहुन्छ होला।
अब नेपालको स्क्वाड सेम नै छ हैन, सेम स्क्वाडलाई नै खेलाएको छ। भीमले भन्नु पनि भएको थियो सुरुमा सेम नै खेलाउँछ होला हैन, के लाग्यो जब डिसिजन पनि उस्तै आयो?
एकदमै अहिले राम्रो गरिरहेको थियो स्क्वाडले, एकदमै त्यही भएर मलाई लागिरहेको थियो किनभने त्यही खेलाउँछ जस्तो लागिरहेको थियो मलाई चाहिँ।
अब कुशल भुर्तेल र आशिष शेखबाट अब मेन हाम्रो ओपनर ब्याटर रहेका छन् हैन, त्यसैगरी अब बलिङ गर्दैछ नेपालले भनेपछि कति जतिमा रोक्यो भने ओमानलाई हामीले चाहिँ सजिलै डिफेन्ड गर्न सक्छौं। चेजमा नेपाल राम्रो भइरहेको हो।
चेजमा अहिले राम्रो पनि छ नेपालको हेर्ने हो भनेदेखि चेजमा अझ बढी क्ल्यारिटी देखिन्छ हैन चेज गर्दाखेरि। तर त्यही भन्दै गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ जति कम भयो, कममा प्याक गर्न सक्यो त्यति राम्रो हो। मलाई चाहिँ ओमान चाहिँ समवेयर अराउन्ड 150 भन्दा बिलोमा हामीले प्याक गर्न सक्यौं भनेदेखि हाम्रो लागि चाहिँ चेज चाहिँ सहज हुन्छ।
अब जिसन मक्सुदको कुरा पनि गर्यौं। अब अहिलेसम्म हेर्दाखेरि त ओमान टपमा रहेको छ हैन, झिनो नेट रन रेटको आधारमा नेपाल सेकेन्डमा रहेको छ र अब ग्रुप बी बाट को आउँछ भन्ने अहिलेसम्म टुङ्गो लागिसकेको छैन। आजको खेलबाट नै फाइनल हुन्छ र स्पेशली अब सेमी फाइनल ग्रुप टप गर्यो भने टियुमा नै खेल्ने अवसर मिल्छ र मुलपानी गयो भने त नेपाललाई गाह्रो हुन्छ नि हैन दर्शकको हिसाबले पनि।
होइन मुलपानी गाह्रो भन्दा पनि मुलपानीको पिचको कन्डिसन र अब टियुको अलिकति फरक छ हैन, जहाँ चाहिँ टियुमा चाहिँ अलिकति बेटर ब्याट्सम्यानहरूलाई चाहिँ अलिकति सजिलो छ भनेदेखि मुलपानीमा चाहिँ अलिकति बलर्सहरूलाई अलिकति फेभर गर्छ र स्लो विकेट पनि भएको भएर चाहिँ।
सो अब नेपाल र ओमान बीचको खेल सुरु भइसकेको छ। नेपालले टस जितेर पहिला फिल्डिङ गर्ने निर्णय गरेको छ। हेरौँ अब नेपालले ओमानले कस्तो ब्याटिङ गर्छ, नेपालको प्रदर्शन कस्तो हुन्छ। कान्तिपुर सिनेप्लेक्स एचडीमा नेपाल र ओमान बीचको खेलको प्रत्यक्ष प्रसारण यहाँले हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ।
Here at the TU, and that brings their 12th player into the game because you can get a significantly larger crowd. I don't know the exact numbers, but you would think probably 5x or maybe even close to 10x here at the TU as opposed to Mulpani.
Yeah, if Nepal's going to play here the first semi-final tomorrow, 11 a.m., I think the ground will pack to Raptors. We can already see that.
So the West Indies will be not very happy about the fact that AB de Villiers is in next, I would imagine.
Or else in the world that at 9 a.m., before 9 a.m., on what's an autumn or an early winter's day, in fact now we're into November, you would have this larger crowd and they roar already. Here come their national heroes, led by Rohit Paudel of course, and then Sampal Kami sprints by him. Avanesh Bahara's had a very good tournament, Gulshan Jah has been outstanding, but this is a very fine Oman side. And if you're wondering what is on the line over the course of the next 48 hours, well, really, it's a chance at history. For Nepal, it would be a first time back at an ICC Global, a major event, any kind of a World Cup for a decade, for 10 years. And you can almost feel the hands of history standing upon the likes of Sandeep Lamachani and young Kushal Malla. The brilliance of the heroes of days gone by, of Paras Kadka, of Shakti Gochan, of the wonderful Gayanendra Malla, the brilliant Basanta Regmi. And now it's this generation's chance to shine, this generation's opportunity to show the world what Nepal have, and they have so much to offer the world game. They'll have a chance tomorrow, whatever the case. But for me, with momentum and that home crowd, that 12th player on their side, I think if they can win today, it will give them a huge advantage tomorrow. And it all comes down to these 2 days. Paresh, I could barely sleep last night with the excitement. And we're all set for what's going to be a magnificent 2 days of cricket.
It is going to be a magnificent day today as well. You can see the crowd. Apart from being a working day today, we can see the spectators coming in numbers from the main gate to support their heroes, to support the national team of Nepal. And I must say this is a very good, talented bunch of boys that are representing the country, representing the flag of Nepal, the unique flag that we talked about earlier.
Yeah, they really are representing the nation. You saw the two Omani openers there. That's Kashyap Prajapati, who's had, to be honest, a little bit of a difficult tournament. Still hasn't quite cracked T20 cricket, I'd have to say. But Pratik at the Vale at the non-strikers end has been superb. Karen KC is going to take the new ball, fresh from that Player of the Series award. An almighty cheer greets him. Edged, and edged just wide of the slip, who's just probably almost a second slip that he's in place. It's Kushal Bertel who can't get anything on it. Fortune for Prajapati, and we're off to a flying start to boundary for Oman.
A casual start from Prajapati, you can see there, just hanging the bat outside the off stump. It was wide of Kushal Bertel there, the bowling running down to the boundary. First boundary for Oman on the first ball. A good start for Oman. Kushal Bertel, I think he has just shifted his from first or second slip to a floating slip.
Right on the money from KC. It's a good length, that coming in towards the shoulder of the bat. Yeah, he was almost, for the first delivery, kind of a 1.5 slip, if you will. He was a good yard and a half wide of Asif Sheikh. A keeper. You heard from Zishan Maksud at the toss wanting 170, 180. That's how highly he rates the batting surfaces here at the TU.
Yeah, you can pile up above 170 if you bat well in the morning, because the ball will do something for the first half an hour, 45 minutes. You'll have to put your head down. If there's a loose ball, you have to go after it. Otherwise, just rotate the strike. Let's say around 6-7 runs per over in the first power play. That will be idle in terms of Nepali attack. Brilliant attack, Karan Casey and Sompal Kami with the new ball. Hit it straight down the ground. 1-2 bounces, rolling towards the boundary for 4 runs. That was comfortably hit by Prajapati.
Yeah, it's a toe of the bat, isn't it? He's pulled it off the front foot, not where he intended it. I think he's probably trying to get it squarer, but he's just sort of stood and delivered, almost like a baseball shot. A couple of bounces across the advertising hoardings and runs away for 4. Such a funny ground to try and defend, because if a batter gets going, they can score so quickly. That's the second boundary. The first one fortuitous, this one a bit more controlled. Has this carried? Yes, it has. And KC strikes back, much to the delight of the crowd. The finger goes up from umpire Rashid Riaz. A good catch, well adjudged by Asif Sheikh. And Nepal and their fans, the outsides are flying. They have their first.
Yeah, Karan Casey just backed his length and outside the off stump. Again, Prajapati trying to fish that around the off stump. Look at that. Trying to guide that down to third man, but straight to the keeper's hand. A smart catch by Asif Sheikh. The first blood drawn by Karan Casey for Nepal. Prajapati has to depart for 8. Look at this from side-on angle. Trying to run that down to third man. A smart catch by Asif Sheikh. Prajapati has to depart for 8. Oman, 8 for 1.
Dabur Red Bayfresh Gel is in town.
Bayfresh, be ready with Bayfresh. Be ready with Bayfresh. Bayfresh, be ready with Bayfresh. Be ready with Bayfresh. Bayfresh, be ready with
Dabur Red Bayfresh Gel. Be bay ready with 12 hours deep freshness.
Be ready with Bayfresh.
दादा बाहिर भाइरस छ
नडराउ मात्र पम्प रब छु गर्दियो भाइरसलाई
पम्प रब छु
हो लाइफबोय ह्यान्ड वाशले मार्छ 99.9% भाइरसेस त्यसैले पम्प रब छु संसारकै नम्बर 1 सेलिङ जर्म प्रोटेक्सन सोप ब्रान्ड
For Nepal, but cometh the moment, cometh the hour, cometh the man. Here comes Aki Bilias. He's, well, what many a good judge would say, possibly the best batter in associate cricket cross formats. He's had an almost miraculous recovery from what was a career-threatening, let's put it that way, injury and illness that he had to have surgery in his lower leg. He was out for the best part of 12 months, but since he's come back, he's actually played better than he ever has. And if Nepal are to win today, they'll have to see the back of Ilyas early, you'd suspect. Significant movement, and oh, that must have been close to a wide. Such was the movement. End of the first over, 8 for 1.
Real fruit बाट बनेको real juice मा छ real nutrition, real taste र real happiness. त्यसैले त real juice real हो नि.
पम्प रब छु
हो लाइफबोय ह्यान्ड वाशले मार्छ 99.9% भाइरसेस त्यसैले पम्प रब छु संसारकै नम्बर 1 सेलिङ जर्म प्रोटेक्सन सोप ब्रान्ड
20 वर्षदेखि ग्राहकहरूको चाहनालाई सम्बोधन गर्दै निरन्तर अघि बढ्दै सिद्धार्थ बैंक सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई.
Tomorrow, whatever the case, but a huge amount lays on the line in what will be the crunch fantastic Friday tomorrow, where the two spots will be decided. The winners of those semi-finals advance to the final and qualify. They book their tickets on that jet plane out to the USA and West Indies next year. It's the second of our two umpires today. Lyndon Hannibal from Sri Lanka. Rashid Riaz, you see him at square leg, and then Ghazi Sahel rounds out. Quick word for the umpires. Paresh, outstanding all throughout this first couple of days.
Yeah, they have been very outstanding. The run-out they have given, very close run-outs. That was outstanding as well. Sompal. Oh, what a movement. Right on the money from the first ball by Sompal Kami.
Paresh, can you try to give viewers a sense, particularly those on ICC TV from overseas, as to the scale of excitement in the city and in the country about this team, Nepal, what they've done this year and what they could do tomorrow if they qualify for the World Cup?
It's all started on the 14th of February 2023 this year. The support for cricket team of Nepal has been outstanding by the people of Nepal, not only in Nepal but across the globe as well. In the meanwhile, Sompal Kami getting the inside edge. Significant movement again from Sompal Kami. That is what we were talking about. Earlier start, bowling first. You'll get that movement if you keep the ball on the right areas.
And can you explain to people what it would mean for Nepal to get to that World Cup again?
Yeah, it will mean a world of good to firstly to the players. They've worked hard, very hard to get to this place. Earlier they played the World Cup qualifiers in Zimbabwe and qualified for the Asia Cup as well. Now they are trying to get to the T20 World Cup next year.
Yeah, you sense that this would outstrip all of those achievements by quite a distance. The fact we've got, what, 5,000 or 6,000 people in here at 9:07 a.m. on a Thursday morning. Tomorrow's semi-final will at least be at 11 a.m. to allow people a bit more time, but I've had messages from all across the country, from all across the world, from Nepali fans, trying to get across the scale and sense of what it would mean to them. We've seen people take days off work. We've seen people call in sick. I had one message last night of a guy who's working a double shift back to back all through today so he can come tomorrow. And that is exactly what it would mean. But for them to do that, you would imagine victory today would be incredibly important. And that's not going to be easy against an Oman side that A, have a few scores to settle in this format of the game where Nepal have the better of them in recent times. And B, Oman have a point to prove, having missed out on qualification for last year's T20 World Cup too. They're a very good team.
Yes, Oman, they are a very good team. Let's talk about Aqib Ilyas, one of the best batsmen in the associate countries. Quick single take, and Rohit Paudel a bit deep there. A good running between the wickets by these two batsmen. And talking about Oman, they are a very good side. Last time these two met, it was a different format. It was a one-day international. In this particular ground, Nepal beat Oman